everybody, and welcome to the next main series on the channel. And that's going to be Kroma's Pokemon X, No Healing in Battle, Revenge Wedlocke. This is my 11th Wedlocke series here on YouTube, and it's getting revenge on what was our most difficult Wedlocke to date. Our Pokemon X Wedlocke, long ago, almost 3 years ago, had the most deaths of any series on the channel to date, with 26. That's an absurd amount of Pokemon that we lost back then, and if there was ever going to be another revenge Wedlocke that I was going to do, it would have to be here on Pokemon X. I am so excited for this series. I can't wait to see how it goes, and it's going to be paying homage to our Pokemon Y No Healing Wedlocke that Jeff did almost 3 years ago. I can't wait to see how this story unfolds, and what better way to get revenge on our Pokemon Y Wedlocke that Jeff did than theme it all around one of my favorite things ever one more time. Survivor. Last time, we picked a boy. We played through as Jeff Probst, and he made it very far, only to lose in the Pokemon League. This won't be repeated this time. We're going to win this game. I've come a long way as a Pokemon Wedlocker since then, and I'm very confident that we'll be able to absolutely stomp what Jeff did and be one of the best series that I have ever done. I'm looking forward to this. We played as the boy last time. We're going to be playing through as a girl this time. And anybody that knows anything about Survivor knows exactly what I have to name this girl. We're going to be playing through as a young girl named Sandra. If you know, you know. And yes, the queen will indeed stay queen. We're going to dethrone everything Jeff did. And this series is going to be chaotic, explosive, and wild. And while we won't win this game twice, I'll make certain that we win it at least once. Yes, my name is Sandra. Let's do this. I am so excited. We are theming this completely around Survivor, just like I did with Pokemon Y. And we're going with the island theme. I know it's not Alola. Kalos is a mountainous region. But you know what? We're gonna go with it, and I'm gonna have a blast. I absolutely can't wait. Anyways, guys, if you are new to the channel and this is the first series you're seeing, welcome. This is a redo of the Y Wedlocke that I did 3 years ago, with similar but a little harder rule set than I did back then. Obviously, yes, I did lose that challenge, but I personally feel that it's outdated. It's a really enjoyable series if you want to go check it out while you're waiting on episodes for this, but it's not necessary. There will be flashback moments and stuff like that, but for the most part, this is going to be its own standoff series, and you won't really need to see anything else on the channel for this. There are extra rules that I'm going to be playing with for the series, as always. They can be found in the description in neat little graphics, but the more in-depth rules and extra twist type stuff that I'll be playing with will be more explained in depth when the time comes for that to be done. So we went ahead, got changed into our clothes. I just want to jump right into this. I cannot wait for this to start. The early boring stuff is gonna get stomped. I want my starter Pokemon, Mom. I'm the Queen Sandra. You're not gonna tell me to go play with the friends and the neighbors outside. I don't care about friends. I just want to win, basically. But yeah, the Pokemon Y Wedlocke I did 3 years ago, at the time, was my favorite series I've ever done. I've come a long way since then as a Wedlocker with skill, just better as a YouTuber overall with commentating, better with editing, better with everything overall. So I'm really looking forward to improve upon what I felt was one of my best series at the time. and see what I can do now 3 years later. And playing as the girl in Pokemon X and Y is obviously always the better thing to do. I played through as the guy last time because you can't do a Survivor-themed Wedlocke without playing as Jeff Probst. You know what I mean? But we've played as Jeff. Jeff's time has come, and he lost. He and his Barramundi, his Barbaracle rather, did very well, but at the very end, they ended up going home. And that's something Sandra will not be doing. She does not go home. Don't talk about game changers. All right, let's do this. There won't be Survivor spoilers, really, if you're a big Survivor fan and you haven't seen all the seasons. Don't worry, I'm just talking about it right now because it's the intro. And you don't watch Survivor and not know Sandra, so it's fine. Anyways, it's time for our starter Pokemon. First let's go to options. I wanted to change the text speed to fast. Battle effects, yes. Switch because it's a Wedlocke and I'm not, I don't hate myself. Let's do the Eevee one for the battle background for now. I might change it in the future. Forced save, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's good options for me. Let's check out our ID. Why not? It's not going to actually matter. We got 04728, but I'm not choosing my starter based on my ID, so it doesn't matter. But 8 would have been Froakie, right? Yeah. No, yeah. It would have been Froakie. Yeah. But I'm not choosing based on the ID anyways. But yeah. Our adventure started February 4th, 2020. That's correct. There we are. The queen will stay queen. Let's do this. Let's get our starter Pokemon. So, I play with an extra rule in my series called Previous Game Clause, which prohibits me from using any Pokemon that I've used on the channel in the past. Right now, we're currently on Season 2, which means the only series of mine that applies to Previous Game Clause is my Emerald Wedlocke, my Platinum Fatelocke, my Black 2 Revenge Rainbow Wedlocke, and the series that I'm redoing, which would be the Y Wedlocke. All of the Pokemon that are unavailable for me to use can be found in the description, of course, but do be warned, it will contain spoilers for all of the series I just mentioned, and I won't be spoiling those series any other time. So if you haven't seen them, I just recommend not looking at it. It's not necessary, but if you haven't seen those series, I highly recommend Emerald. You won't be disappointed. Anyways, it's time to choose our nickname. I don't like any of these. You don't call Sandra anything but the queen, okay? That's just what it is. I don't make the rules. That's just how it goes. The queen stays queen. I have to be the queen. So, call me royalty, please. Basically. And because they don't care, because it's a video game, they'll call me whatever I tell them. Yeah, you're gonna call me the queen, dude! I mean, it's Shauna, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, the queen fits you perfectly. I know it does! Are you like, right? Anyways, yeah, I want to meet my Pokemon. Whip them out, Tierno! What are you waiting on? Anyways, the reason I brought up Previous Game Clause is because one of these starter Pokemon's not allowed to be chosen. That's because, in the Pokemon Y Wedlocke, I chose one of them. And that Pokemon was Fennekin. So Fennekin is not able to be chosen. Now, a lot of people choose their starter based on their ID number. And I have done that in the past, but I decided this time I wasn't going to do that because I know which one of Fennekin, which one of Chespin and Froakie I wanted to choose. So I used Fennekin on the channel in the Pokemon Y Wedlocke. Froakie I used in a personal Wedlocke of mine, not on the channel. I've never used Chespin before. I actually mentioned that back in Pokemon Y when I started. The Pokemon Y Wedlocke actually started. I had Maryland join me for that episode, and he picked Fennekin for me and named Fennekin based off of my naming theme. This time around, like I said last time, I wanted to choose Chespin, didn't get to. This time, we are indeed starting our Pokemon X, no healing in battle, Revenge Wedlocke, with the Grass-type Pokemon Chespin. I choose you, Chespin! There we go! Our starter has been chosen, and this adventure is beginning right here and now. And because we just got our first Pokemon, we get to give this little Chespin a nickname. And just like in Pokemon Y, I'm using one of my favorite naming themes I have ever used. And I'm naming every Pokemon after Survivor tribes. So, if you're unfamiliar with Survivor as the show, every season there are a set number of tribes which divide the contestants up. Each tribe is given a name by the producers, and when the halfway point of the show, the merge happens, the contestants will then name their new tribe themselves. So there's some interesting ones. There's a tribe named America. I'm serious. But they're not all weird like that. That's like the only one that's weird. Normally they're pretty cool and they have an underlying meaning to them. And I'm not allowing any of the names that I used in Pokemon Y on the team. But any names that, except one's allowed. I'll get into that in the future because any Pokemon that's on previous game clause, their name is not allowed. That's the rule for that. Anyways, for Chespin, I want to go ahead and name this Chespin in paying tribute to the Fennekin I used back in Y. So Maryland named that Fennekin, like I said, from my naming list, and he named that Fennekin Soliantu, which was from Season 4 of Survivor, Marquesas, and it was coined to mean Sacred Sun Allegiance, or allegiance to the Sacred Sun, basically, and it's fitting for a fire type, right? So I want to go ahead and name Chespin after another tribe from the season of Marquesas. There are actually 2 other tribes in that season. There was Rotu, which is the Tahitian word for rain, which would be really good for a Froakie. Soliantu was really good for Fennekin. Let's use the other name for Chespin, and that name is Maramu! We have Maramu the Chespin, which is the Tahitian word for the southern wind, which doesn't necessarily fit too much for a Chespin, but if you think about it, wind in video games normally is the color green, right? You know, that's something we can all probably agree on. And rain would be blue, water, sun, fire. So Maramu fits, I would say, in that little trio of tribe names for Season 4 Marquesas. So we have Maramu the Chespin, which I absolutely love. There might have been a cooler name on there for Chespin, but it just sounds like such a great start to this adventure. We have our little Chespin. How far will he make it? I have no idea. I think it was a male. I didn't actually pay attention. It should be, you know, it's more likely to be a male starter, obviously, but it will actually matter because this is just a regular Wedlocke, not a rainbow Wedlocke like I did last time, meaning every male, for me, will be paired up with a female. Some people do it differently. Some people do male-male, female-female, and then a straight pair, which is perfectly acceptable. I'm doing the standard Wedlocke, just male and female pairings for this series, but we just did a rainbow Wedlocke, so if you want to see something like that with more pairing, what we did, representation, go ahead and check out the Black 2 Wedlocke. That's also a really good series of mine. We just wrapped that one up, and I highly recommend it. So, I already did options. I don't know why I went into the options. I want to go to my Pokemon. Pokedex is not necessary. We want to see our male Chespin, Maramu. No shiny, you know, that's cool. And we got a bashful Maramu. So, neutral nature, I'm perfectly happy with that. I'd rather have a neutral nature than something that, like, lowers my attack or speed or something, so Maramu's a really fantastic start. And it is now time for our first rival battle. So let's try our little Chespin Maramu out, shall we? Yeah, I'll wait. I'm the queen. You got that right. We're going to beat Shauna's debut opponent in her Pokemon battling career against her little Froakie, who I'm going to name Rotu because that's what I would have named Froakie if I chose it. There we go. We got Pokemon Trainer Shauna. First up, our first rival battle against her. And like she said, she's got herself a Froakie. It's a little water type level 5, and I need your help, Maramu. Let's do this, buddy. Absolutely love that name. It just sounds so good. I love this naming theme because every name it sounds unique. Like, you don't know what it's from at first glance, unless you're like a hardcore Survivor fan. You might be like, that was a Survivor tribe. But you might not, you know, put those pieces together in your head until, you know, you see several of the names, which we're going to be naming at least 2 other Pokemon this episode, because I'm going to get 2 encounters this episode, and I cannot wait to see what my first half of this team is going to look like. This adventure could go on for a really long time and have a lot of depth, especially looking at Pokemon Y. So I'm really excited, as always, to see what my original 6 Pokemon are going to be, and we're going to get to see what half of that is here today, and that's exciting. Because the first Pokemon that we get, besides Maramu, is going to be something nobody knows about. I don't even know what it's going to be. That's what's awesome about that, and I'll get into that here in a moment. Actually, I'll get into it right now while we head back and talk to her mom. So, one of the things I did last series was a brand new twist and change to my videos formula as a whole. It was something I completely added, made up, changed that completely makes the series unique and adds a whole bunch of different Pokemon to my game. So, this is called the Mystery Egg Twist. Basically, last series in Black 2, I had people suggest Pokemon, and I came up with different Pokemon that were completely unobtainable in Pokemon Black 2, and I turned them into Pokemon eggs, and I hatched them at certain points in the game, and they were allowed to be used on my team. Which is awesome, because it got me to use a whole bunch of Pokemon that you normally wouldn't get to use in Pokemon Black 2. And I'm doing the exact same thing here again in Pokemon X, because I absolutely loved it. Everybody really liked the twist. And there was another twist last series, which is Sequel Clause, which I will get into here in a little bit. But, and probably next episode, actually, because that's not going to come up for a little bit. But, the Mystery Eggs. Last time we did 15. This time we're going to be having 20 Mystery Eggs in total. And this time, they are going to be an actual mystery. Last time, I told you guys all of the Pokemon that were in the eggs, and people would then guess out of those Pokemon what was going to hatch. This time, I'm not going to tell anybody what's in these eggs. Nobody knows what is in all 20 of these eggs, and you're not going to know until they hatch. That is absolutely awesome. Such a cool idea, and I gotta go ahead and thank my man Damp in my Discord server. You can go ahead and find a link for that in the description down below and join and talk with everybody. You can even play along with the series as well and share that there, and who knows, maybe I'll even talk about it at some point. So, 20 mystery eggs in total. That's awesome. There's going to be so many cool Pokemon that you can't get in Pokemon X and Y, and we're going to have one of them on our team right away. Because this is how this is going to work for this series. I got to talk to somebody. Oh, he's just going to tell me. I'm going to get ambushed by Pokemon. Do I have a Pokeball? I just need to make sure that I do have Pokeballs. I do not. Does Shauna give them to me up here? I think so, probably. Anyways, yeah, please, Shauna. I don't have them. Okay, let's go buy them because I need them for what's about to happen right there. Anyways, for these mystery eggs, last time I hatched 2 after every gym battle and then 1 at the final gym. So, like, you know, there was 15. This time, however, I'm going to be hatching them a little bit differently. Can I buy Pokeballs in here? No, she heals me up. Do I buy Pokeballs in the other place? It's been a long time since I've played Pokemon Y. Well, X and Y. Anyways, I'm going to hatch 1 egg immediately upon catching my first encounter, which I'm going to have be the Forced Pidgey. Do you not get Pokeballs before then? If not, then we'll just change that on the spot and just trade it from the Forced Pidgey won't count. Do I have Pokeballs and I'm like absolutely blind? No, I don't have anything. I'm so confused. Do you not get them at this point? Well, I didn't know that. I was going off of the impression that you could catch the Forced Pidgey. So since we don't have Pokeballs yet, the challenge hasn't actually started. Forced Pidgey does not count. And then, oh, here's Pokeballs. Never mind. I'm not normally this scatterbugged, but Alright, we're gonna take 10 Pokeballs from you, kind sir, and take that Premier Ball as well. So, I'm gonna hatch 1 egg immediately upon catching the Forced Pidgey. And if, like, I fail to catch it for some reason, we'll just catch something else. But I hatch 1 egg immediately. Then I hatch 3 eggs upon reaching Lumiose City, 2 eggs when I reach Camphrier Town, 2 eggs when I reach Silage City, 2 eggs upon reaching Shallower City, 2 eggs for Coumarine, 2 eggs for Laver, 2 for Dendemil, 2 for Anastar, and the final 2 in Kuraway Town. That's how that's going to work, and after that point, we will have hatched 20 eggs in total. And the first one is about to be hatched right away. Are we going to catch this Pidgey on the first ball? That'd be really cool. I'm going to fire up my other DS right here, because I'm going to have to trade all these eggs over once I get to my PC. But for starters, we're just going to go ahead and trade it right away. Right here and now, because we're gonna hatch it right away. How awesome is that? So this Pidgey is not my encounter for Route 2. Pidgey's actually not even allowed because of previous game clause. We used a Pidgey in Pokemon Y Wedlocke, so Pidgey's not my encounter. But you know, what is my encounter, it's going to be whatever is in the first mystery egg. And I'm excited for this because I don't know. I mixed them up. I have no idea what egg I'm going to get. And what's awesome about this is none of you guys have a clue what egg I'm going to get either, because, shocker, nobody knows what's in these 20 eggs. And you might be thinking, well, at least we know they're unobtainable in X and Y. There's actually 2 that are obtainable in X and Y, but just very, very rare. So we're going to go ahead and start here. I got to register maybe. No, let's connect to the internet. Yeah, I'm pretty certain I have this DS added. We're going to be trading with Jeff, by the way. Jeff failed. Jeff's dead, but don't pay attention to Jeff being dead. Just the data necessary for internet connection has been obtained. Is that like a thing you got to do with a new file? I have no idea. I swear. Do I have to connect to the internet on this one? I'm going to go ahead and trade for my first... Let's get to the trade sequence, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, our friend Jeff wants to trade. Jeff's dead. This is Jeff's ghost, okay? That's what happened, by the way, when he lost. He died. That's the story. We're going with it. Alright, we're going to communicate with Jeff and trade our Pidgey. If it doesn't let me trade the Pidgey because we only have one Pokemon, this was so poorly planned out. This was supposed to work perfectly. Alright, we're going to trade the Pidgey. So, as you can see, you can't see on my other DS because it's not a capture card, but you can see on the screen underneath Pidgey the box of eggs. They're all white squares. That's the box of eggs. So you can see the configuration that they are all in. So we're gonna go ahead and do random number generator 1 through 27. Well, isn't that lucky? All right, so 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be this egg. Well, I don't know what's in this egg. I don't know what's in any of the eggs, but I'm really excited. And we're gonna go ahead and trade for the first mystery egg. You guys won't see this every time. This is only for the first egg. I'm gonna go ahead and send this egg to Sandra. Send this Pidgey to Jeff. Jeff's ghost. Of course. Jeff is dead. Don't get it twisted. That's why Sandra's here trying to follow in his footsteps, trying to do better than Jeff did. Why's Jeff gotta be dead? Don't ask questions. He sent me this egg. And I got an egg from a ghost, basically. You know what? You can leave Jeff up to your own interpretation. He's dead. Cool. If he's not, maybe he's living a peaceful life, retired as a Pokemon trainer. Don't ask questions, really. Actually, do ask me questions in the comment section. Ask me what I think happened to Jeff, and I'll give you a detailed story. No, I don't want to do anything with Jeff. We're done. No. Okay, here we go. We got our first egg. So, I tried to get these as close to hatching as possible. I disconnect from the internet. So, this is a big moment. Our first mystery egg. It will be on the original 6. I don't want to look at its Pokeball either. So, it appears to be moving occasionally. So, it might take me a little bit. I'm just going to run around until this egg hatches, and we're going to hatch it in Aqua Cord down, just so I remember where we hatched it, even though I'll remember. But, I don't know what, like, I hatched them with certain Pokeballs. I don't remember what Pokeball is for what, but I will know, like, some Pokeballs for something, so I'm just not going to look at the Pokeball until it hatches. So, with that being said, it's time to hatch the first mystery egg of the Pokemon X. No healing, in battle, revenge, Wedlocke. And that egg is gonna be... Oh my god, I'm so nervous right now. I've been bonding with that little boy over there for our love of running in circles for like 15 minutes. It's probably not been that long. Anyways, I'm very nervous because you guys don't know what eggs there are, and there are quite a few options that would be really, really bad first hatches. There's a couple that would be really strong, and there's a couple that are just really solid. I'm worried I'm gonna get something that's gonna have a lot of effort to make good, but this is it. The first mystery egg of our Pokemon X Revenge Wedlocke is going to be... Oh, dear God. I have no idea, and I'm really scared. Please be good? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I think I could work with that. That's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Like, that's not what I was expecting at all. But that spells really, really, really good things to come. Huh. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say about it. It's really solid. I can't be mad about that. Okay. Well, I need to know what gender it is. So, let's see. It is a female. Can they only be female? It's possible. I don't actually know. Anyways, this is going to be Maramu's partner. Interesting. All right, I'm going to go ahead and check my naming theme list, which is Survivor Tribes, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, guys, I've got a name for this Glameow. I'm going to go ahead and use a tribe from Season 37 of US Survivor, David vs. Goliath, and it's the Fijian word meaning to divert or stray. And first thing I think about is, I don't think this is the same stray, but it's the idea I'm thinking of, like a stray cat. We're gonna go ahead and take her in, and who knows, maybe she'll be a little diva named Tiva. We've got Tiva, the Glameow. Absolutely love it. Legendary nickname. We got ourselves a Glameow. That's wicked. That's why mystery eggs are so cool. You can't use Glameow in like any game except for Pearl or like Omega Ruby after the final gym. That's unfair. But we're going to. We have a Glameow in our original 6 named Tifa. And one thing I do want to mention about these mystery eggs is if they can have a hidden ability, they were all bred with their hidden ability, meaning every mystery egg has a 60% chance for its hidden ability, better or for worse. Does Tiva have her hidden ability? Keen Eye. I don't think that's her hidden ability. Yeah, that sucks. Because there was a Glameow I was going to use in the past, but it didn't have the other ability. So Keen Eye is the worst ability you can get. The other is Thick Fat, I believe. Let's just go ahead and double check right now. Glameow can have 3 abilities. Oh, Keen Eye is the hidden ability. Okay. Limber, Own Tempo, and Keen Eye. So when it evolves, Keen Eye becomes Defiant, which is pretty decent, I'd say. Raises attack 2 stages if lowered. So, got a long way to go. Level 38 is when you evolve. But I'm all for trying. Maramu and Tifa. I absolutely love that. And should we get our 3rd Pokemon? I think we should. It's the premiere. You guys gotta have a new Pokemon to join our team to talk about in the Discord server and the comment section. If you are hyped for Tifa, you need to tell me down below. Glameow is pretty sweet and was nothing like what I was expecting, but I would consider it not being one of the Pokemon that I would like have to carry far. Like, I know it evolves late, but I think Glameow could probably hold her own pretty well up until level 38. So we'll have to wait and find out. Really good move pool, but this is a catching tutorial. We don't like those. Okay, yeah, I already caught a Pokemon. You're surprised that the Pokemon went in the Pokeball? How do you think you have yours? Shauna, I tell you what. So anyways, Callum's gonna give us some Pokeballs, which is fine. So, one thing I do want to go ahead and mention is you may notice on the layout that Tifa and Maramu have torches that are lit. So this is a really cool idea I came up with. I think it's super cool. I don't get an encounter on this route, by the way. I sacrifice it for Tifa, so I know Tifa's up front. I should be able to fight this guy with Jespin. You would think you would like to hope. Austin, all right, he has a Zigzagoon, so. See, everything inside of me wants to use Fake Out, but I don't want to get hit by something. Oh, Maramu's up front. I thought Tifa was up front. Whatever, I'll train her off screen before the next episode. That's fine, we can fight something. Right, you're just gonna ground me. That's terrifying. But anyways, in the game of Survivor, fire represents your life, and once your fire is gone, so are you. And that is the theme of this entire challenge. It's Survivor. So, my Pokemon all have a torch that's lit, and when they die, that flame will go out. And so will their life and their time here on this adventure. So I thought that was a really creative way to go ahead and tie Survivor into this a little bit more. Absolutely awesome. I can't wait to see how this series goes. Glameow, that's so cool. There's gonna be so many people people that are excited about that. All right, you're only doing 4 damage. I was worried you're gonna do a lot more to me. Goodbye, Zigzagoon. I wanted to lead with Tifa to split the XP, but I guess it's not really that big of a deal. I can switch trainer with Maramu. You know, we'll get her trained up. Not that big of a deal. Training early on always sucks, but once she's in fighting shape, Fake Out's gonna be a really good move to have. I can't wait for Tifa. And I can't wait to see what our next encounter is gonna be here for the Santaloon Forest. So, oh yeah, and we get to, training with Shauna is really good because she can heal up our Pokemon. That's why I want to get our next encounter right away so I can train before the next episode here in Santaloon. So, can you heal up my Chespin, please? Yes, you're gonna bow to the queen. Obey the queen. All right, yeah, this is gonna be a great spot to end the episode off by getting my encounter for the Santaloon Forest. So, if it's a Panseer, we might have to run away. That would be really unfortunate. My encounter for the Santaloon Forest is probably a Weedle. It's not a Fletchling. Fletchling was actually a Pokemon I used in the original Y Wedlock. We had a little Fletchling named Alinta who went very, very deep. She didn't die until the Frost Cavern. That was when everything started to go downhill. Will you not? Like, can you let me run away? Fletchling. Thank you. Okay, that's not my encounter. Because the previous game clause, by the way, the rules explained in the description. It's something I've used for the entirety of my channel. It makes it so you use more unique Pokemon and you aren't using the same thing over and over. My encounter for the Santaloon Forest, again, is not a Scatterbug. Scatterbug is the same as Ilinta Fletchling. We used Scatterbug in the original Y Wedlock. A little Scatterbug named Vanua. That was basically Tifa, because it was the second Pokemon that we caught. All right, was it? Yeah, I think. My encounter. No. Is this really? Like, this is why previous game clause is a thing. You get to have some fun. I would have Scatterbug and Fletchling again. The team would be the same as the last series. Nobody wants to watch that. My encounter for Santaloon Forest is a Panseer. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. It has Incinerate, doesn't it? I genuinely might have to run away. I'm just gonna start throwing Pokeballs then. Panseer would be so good! Please! This would be so good! We did! We got ourselves a Panseer! That's actually really good! Great type diversity. We got Grass, Normal, and now Fire. We could have gotten a Pansage. And I would have rather had a Panseer than a Panpour, because I've used Panpour on the channel before, but I haven't used a Panseer on the channel before. So we have Panseer, the high temperature Pokemon. Very intelligent, it roasts berries before eating them, and it likes to help people. All right, I don't remember what gender you were. You are a male Panseer. I want to check my naming theme, which is Survivor Tribes. Find a name for this Panseer, and I'll be back in a moment. Actually, hold up. I had a name picked out for a monkey if I were to get one. And that is from one of the best seasons of Survivor ever. Season 25 of US Survivor, the Philippines. And it is the archaic Filipino word meaning monkey. It was the worst tribe in Survivor history, or one of them anyways. I hope this Panseer won't be one of the worst Pokemon in my channel's history. And that Panseer's name is going to be Matsing! We have Matsing, the Panseer. So good! I love it! We got ourselves a Panseer! That is such a good Core 3. Will you look at this? Maramu, Tifa, and Matsing. This series is starting wicked. Got Gluttony, Neutral Nature. All right. I don't know if there was another ability. Gluttony's fine. It'll actually be really good in this series, like with Citrus Berries. I think that would be pretty decent. All right, Maramu, Tifa, and Matsing. We're gonna need to get those guys trained up for the next episode, and I'll do that with the help of Shauna here. So, with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this premiere episode! And if you're hyped for the Pokemon X Revenge Wedlock, you've gotta crush that like button for me and leave a comment down below. It helps me out in the channel so much, and I love seeing your guys' support and talking with you guys about the series and everything that goes on here in the channel. And if you haven't done so already and you want to see more videos like this, or more Pokemon Challenge videos, like Can You Beat Pokemon Sword with Only a Stone Journer, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of all future uploads for this channel and this series as a whole. And until next time, I will see you guys then when we make our way to Santaloon City. Until then, I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching!